Hey, welcome back today. So we got another one. Old Super Duty, getting a bed job on it, you know, the cross members and everything. So this one's going to be kind of quick, but let me show you what we got here so far. All right, first, tailgate. That'll be getting swapped out eventually. That's at least what I was just told, so I'm not too worried about it. Overall look, definitely was used. I usually look up here in these corners to see if these corners are gone, but everything looks good there. And then I kind of work my way back. Usually the mounting points always show a little bit of wear and holes. That one looks good. And there's our first hole that we can see. And then usually down here is just fine. Sometimes out here in these perimeters, I don't know what I'm saying. Out here, you'll have to do a little patchwork right in this spot. And then here's the other side, but this side looks good. But under, you know, up top doesn't do it justice. So I'm gonna grab my trusty light here. See if we can take a quick little look. So, oh, yeah, that's a leaf from an oak tree. If you don't know what those look like yet. Oh yeah, she's crunchy. She's non-existent too. Let's look over here. This back one, these are usually the last cross members that kind of stick around, but they will need replaced as well. You see the holes in that one. And then this is a long bed truck. So, let me get my fat finger out of the way. Might be able to show you something. There you go. This isn't the front one, but this is the next one back. And then the front one's up there, which I could see most of that's already gone. You're looking at the outer edge, the front edge of it. So pretty much the same story on both sides. Very typical. Let me see what year this truck is. This truck is a 2015. So I was just discussing with the owner that that's just the problem. You all out there buying these trucks, I'm sure you're aware of this now. We buy these older ones, 99 to, 2016, 2015, I think that's the cutoff point. You'll have this problem with the beds, especially in the rust belt. And then someday I may get involved in doing this for them as well. I was just telling them these have the inner wheel well that spot welded on the inside here, and they always add a little bit of spray foam from the factory. It's not like stuff you buy at Walmart. It's obviously a little different, but what I'm getting at is it holds moisture, dirt, and then that's your problem. But yeah, the only way you can really fix it is, cut that all out and then replace the metal and then coat it on the inside with something, you got a wand or something to shove up in there, hit the inside of that wheel arch and let it rain down. And then it'll hit the inside here and it'll rain down. And then you'll see it starting to come out between these seams here and kind of drip out, depending on what you use, of course. I'm just telling you what I've done in the past, and it did work, so. But, yeah, so I'm going to get the bed off the truck. We'll see what we got, and then we'll go from there. The funny thing, this is completely off topic, but, I never really got around to fully setting up the lighting how I wanted to. But just for today, I just wanted to throw this one light up I had laying around. And it's funny how much of a difference this light being up front makes. It's making me really happy, and it's very minimal, but I don't know, I guess you gotta appreciate the little things sometimes. All right, let's get back to it. Well, off camera, I only got one screw, bolt, whatever you want to call it, out of the filler neck. It happens. There's three that hold it. They, I don't know, I'd say not every time, but half the time you'll snap two of them, one of them. So Maybe I'll show you how to fix that later on, but we'll see. Now, whoop, stepped on something. Now I just need to go underneath the bed right here. Usually one harness, there could be two harnesses, depending if you have, your tailgate has, your truck has backup sensors. But yeah, just gotta unplug those. I already did the filler neck, and then I can get the bed hooked up and up. Alrighty. Got it up off the truck right now. Pretty crazy looking. That's how it looks right now. Need to figure out a better way. That's what part of this video is supposed to be. I was gonna build something, but I'm too impatient. So, otherwise, time to flip the bed. Hopefully, we'll clear. I don't know. That's what I thought. Hit my roof. Wow, you should see the spider came out of this thing. Sorry, it's not gonna live. Obviously, if you're not used to lifting weights or anything like that, don't do it this way. Get a couple buddies or get a rotisserie or something. I'm stupid, so this is the way I do it. All right, I know we've seen this before, but I'm just gonna do another review. Show you how many spot welds you got. All of those on the back. Sometimes you don't have them every rib. Who decided that? I don't know. That's one right there too. Some of these I missed, but it says 3 there. 2, 3 there. Drilled that one twice. That, they skipped this one. That one, skip. That one, skip. That one. I'm trying to think. They skipped these 2. I'm not sure why. This one here, that one there, that one, and that one in the corner. And then once you get all those done, and you'll know because the floor will actually drop down. So you can see, yeah. And then this come out. Obviously, you want to wear gloves because you can get cut on that real easy. And then this is what causes that. A lot of mud, all kinds of crap just packed into that thing. How that happened, I don't know. Some trucks don't have all this mud in there. This one, for whatever reason, did, and had a nest, so that's cool. But yeah, you can see, pretty bad. The good news, though, is usually the case with the, we'll say the 2011 to 16 trucks is most of the time when you get the cross members up, these floors, the floor is usually just fine. And this one is. I thought maybe here, but no. All this is good. And the only other spot I thought might be an issue was right in here, but that's one way to test it. It's fine. So we don't have any patches here, which makes putting in the new one a lot easier. And then just rinse and repeat with the rest of these. These have a lot less spot welds, like I said. I'm not going to bore you with all that. I'm going to get all this stuff wiped out, and then I'll bring it back once we're fitting up. It is the next day. So last night, I got to pretty much taking care of about half the bed with getting all the cross members off. And now I just got done doing the last two up here and cleaning the floor, because I go through, I tried the needle scale on it, works pretty good. But I usually just throw a grinding wheel on the angle grinder, and then I kind of just work each, I don't know what you want to call it, rib. And then I just work my way down and clean all the rust and grind it down. That'll give me a good surface. And then what you see here now is some rust reformer. But that's what it looks like. Some of it's still drying, but so I got that one. I got a little too carried away drilling the spot welds, and that one. So I did that twice. You'll have it. It's no big deal. Just weld it up before we put the cross member on. And then now I'm gonna get ready to mock this one up. So I like the layman here, and then I see where my spot welds are gotta be, and then I mark them. What did I do with it? I probably just lost it. I'm also having a hard time holding the phone. I almost broke my thumb, so that doesn't feel great. But anyways, this is like your friend right here, because when you go to write something on something that's black, like this, it shows up really well. I really like these silver Sharpies. I use them a lot with fabricating, because it kind of doesn't matter what color it is, it works. And obviously if you're working with bare metal, then just use a regular Sharpie. But anything like this, these work great, because you can pretty much see them on anything. So it's nice. That's my quick tip. So actually I skipped a little bit, but yeah, the bed's done. So I got, of course, all those marks drilled out, blah blah blah, and went through and got them all spot welded down there. I didn't do all of them like there was before. I don't think it needs it, so I still got a good bit here. It's just in the center. I kind of whatever. So that one's all good. That one's all good. And if you're doing this on a newer truck like that 2011 to 2016, they have this little thing here for the gas tank. Today I actually, I double checked the length here on this side and just trimmed it back, because this cross member actually comes all the way out to here. So I trimmed it back, marked my holes, drilled my holes, and all you could see that goop. So I got some undercoating in there, and then these are all good. I did have to do one little floor patch. It's kind of hard to see, it just looks like paint. That's seam sealer, so that's how it looks when it's done, basically. And it'll look the same way on top, because there's not much more you can really do with it. There's this one. You can probably see this one a little bit better. So, yeah. But otherwise, this thing's ready to go. I just gotta grab the hardware for these little bedside braces, install those. And then the next thing is just to come out here and just take these bolts out. I've never really done them a different way, other than I usually just cut them flush with the frame, and then I just peel the retainer up and over the frame, and it comes out easy. So just got to get all 8 of those off, put the new retainers or capture nuts, whatever you want to call them, on, which I have in this basket. And the new ones are going to be a hex. I can't remember what size it is. Yeah, so I'll get that all going and then be finishing it up. All right, so as I said, I broke those bolts on the filler neck. So what I do is I take the angle grinder and I'll basically cut that nut off. And sometimes you can get the rest of that bolt to just pop out. But in my case, I just quickly, I just put a drill to it. And as soon as I start to drill it, it just pushes it out. Then thread in your new bolt with the nut on the back. Leave it like that. And what we're going to do is come back through and put probably like 3 tacks around the nut. And that'll be it. Jeez. Yes, my thumb almost broke. I had my glove on and I was drilling and I wasn't paying attention. I was holding the drill, and when I was holding the drill and I was drilling out those spot welds, I had this real long shank, and my hand slid down right here and it grabbed my thumb. It started, it was very bad. So be very careful with drills like that. Anyways, back to that. Going back on, it's just about done. I just kind of wanted to show you as it's going down, kind of like what you're working with. So you get down almost all the way. Then you want to fish that up there. Get one bolt in there just to hold it. And then just double check everything. So you can see that little holder for the filler neck. That's going to go right down on that once we get closer. And other than that, just keep going. Sure. It does slide around pretty good on your frame, so you can kind of shimmy it around to get everything lined up. So let's check this one. That one's good. I'm not sure how we are side to side. That one's good. Oh yeah, that's spot on. That one's harder to see, but it's good. This is what I usually do. I walk from up here and I look down. So that way we can see. That's where that one patch was. And that one. So that's good. And then this is kind of what they look like up top. So I'll go back through with my like flap wheel, clean these edges up a little bit. And then all this stuff here. And throw paint down, and then on the border here it gets seam sealed. But you're gonna have to kind of deal with that when you do this kind of project. You're gonna have where the welds come through, so it burns up the paint. So you do want to clean those up and get some sort of paint, and either obviously body color, but I gotta tell you, most people bring the beds to me. Usually after this they send these to get spray and bed liner installed, which is great after this is done, because trying to do this with a spray and liner is not much fun, because usually the bolt heads, they're buried and it's under like 1/4 inch of that bed liner, and then you gotta use some other methods to get that all cleaned up so you can get access to the bolts. And then when you go to weld through on the other side, you'll kind of sometimes get some burn through, and it pulls that bed liner in, and then your welds are all contaminated. So it's kind of a mess. But yep, I'm gonna get the bolts in, and then we'll keep going. So like I said, you're gonna have all those bare spots, so you got to cover them up. Well, you don't have to, but if you don't, they're gonna rust. So I go with the flap wheel, like I said, and then I usually only have black spray paint for some reason, but that's what we got here. And then that's the top side. Those patches, they're seam sealed and painted. So there's not really much else left to do. I got my filler neck mounted in place. And then the only thing I got left here is this harness, which is down on the hitch. And then that's it. At least for the big stuff. Okay, I just remembered something else. I got mud flaps. I'm going to put mud flaps on. That's no big deal. I'm going to throw my tailgate on and then we'll be good. You can see, look how nice that body line is. Perfect. Like brand new. All right, there she is. All ready to go. Always want to check your harness after you disconnect, reconnect. So we're all good there. That's about it there. So, yep, I got my mud flaps on and everything's just like the way it was. Like I didn't even take the truck bed off. Basically brand new under there now. So, it's kind of the same old as usual, but maybe you got something out of it. If you did, appreciate a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.